Hello, and a very warm welcome to today's Oneness session. My name is Nikki, and I'm your host for today. Many of you would be aware that we hold these sessions every fortnight where we invite experienced meditators from all around the world with diverse backgrounds who share their insights and thoughts on a particular topic and then lead us to guided meditation. For those of you who are joining us for the first time, I would like to give you a brief introduction of how did we start with these sessions. So it was it's not 1920, but 2020 during the pandemic that many of us in one point actually practiced meditation and mindfulness. And we have felt the benefits of it in personal lives and in work life, where we can maintain a peace of mind, come up with creative ideas, and find solutions to problems in an innovative way. So we thought, why not come up with this idea of sharing our experiences and what we practice with our friends, colleagues, partners, and everyone who's interested. And that is how we came about the series of 1.1ness. So in this series today, I'm very pleased to invite Sister Dominique Ache from France. Welcome, Sister.
Very nice to be with you today. Thank you.
So giving you an introduction about Dominique. Dominique is a certified coach and she's trained in creative intelligence and innovation processes. Dominique is an experienced facilitator of team dynamics. Her specialty is doing with what's alive. For many years, she has accompanied groups of young adults in their personal and spiritual development. Her tools come from the coach and team coaching method, creative intelligence processes, and Theory U. Dominique also runs meditation workshops, personal and spiritual development seminars for the general public. To add it, since 2021, she has been focusing on supporting women of all ages through women's circles. The topic that Dominique has chosen for today is quite an interesting one, which is from inner fragmentation and turmoil to spiritual oneness. So, Dominique, I invite you to share your thoughts and then also lead us into meditation. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Nikki. I am very honored to be with you today. I hope my English will be sufficient and my accent correct, because I don't practice English every morning. So yes, this subject of inner fragmentation is probably something very current nowadays. I mean, I suppose quite a good number of people can experience this inner fragmentation when you feel uncomfortable, you feel real discomfort inside, you feel you are not yourself, you feel you have masks. And on my own experience, this can be in the morning when I get up, because I don't have a proper structure, like when you go at work at such and such a time and you come back. And so I don't have that structure in my life. I can do whatever I want whenever I want, if I can say like that. So this, I have to decide every morning what will be my direction and what will be my priority. And sometimes I can feel this discomfort where do I give priority to the part of myself who wants that I care for my body? Do I give priority to the part of myself who want to go and help my old parents? Or do I want to serve my communities through, for instance, contributing with talk and meditation, or and so on and so on. So this discomfort can be just about organization, but there is something inside that is like fragmented. And I think we have many, many reasons to feel this inner fragmentation. It can be from deep trauma inside, unresolved trauma that gives us this experience of being in fragmentation. And it can be the pressure of society, of family, of conventional morality, and some part of me want to appear good and to the feeling good or being good syndrome, we can call it like that. It can be very deep secret, I mean spiritual secret. I was listening to a Brahma Kumari teacher recently, very experienced one, who was explaining that when someone dies, when the soul leaves the body, and so if you believe in reincarnation, it is my case, I deeply believe that the soul is eternal, and that when I finish in this part, this role, I will go to another body, to another part. And when you believe such a thing, so the teacher was explaining that when the soul enters the womb of her new mother, it is the personality of the soul that shape the body in a way. And if the soul has deep attachment with his previous family, colleagues, friends, and if the one who are there crying because of the departure soul, if there is this deep attachment, it doesn't allow the soul to shape correctly his new body because of this pull to his previous family and friends. I don't know if it is meaningful the way I explain it, but it is to say that we can have very obvious matters that makes our experience of inner fragmentation, but there are also deep, subtle, incognito effects of our life that can impact our inner experience. So I think it is very important to recognize this feeling of fragmentation, because we can need help, really. Definitely spirituality is helping us to come back to oneness. And at the same time, sometimes you need help on a therapeutic side. You need help from professionals to deal with this deep feeling of fragmentation. It depends on how deep it is within you. But it is to be observed and embraced in a very serious way, even if it is in a funny way. I mean, serious, it is a serious topic, and it is also important to have humor when you deal with yourself and with all your fragmented part, because sometimes it leads us to complicated situations in life. So there are many therapy who are dealing with this inner fragmentation feeling, like, for instance, IFS. It is called internal family system, that describe our inner world like we have parts of ourselves, and when we have trauma, we put aside a part of ourselves which is damaged, and we put aside very deep, so that we cannot be troubled by that part of us. We must come back to our inner core, the self. And when we are in the self, when we have this experience of being centered in myself, I can observe my inner parts, which are sometimes damaged. I can connect to them. I can learn to connect to them, to speak to them, to listen to them, and in a way to be like an inner healer. But at the beginning, you must be coached to do that. So all of this is leading us to anxiety, stress. We have to recognize that, not to put it aside in the way that okay, and to put a mask and saying everything is fine. The spiritual person very often can have this mask of everything is fine, I am a good soul, everyone is good, and under the mask, beside the mask, there is deep suffering. This, I think, will not lead us to the truth. I need to be very authentic with myself, very true with myself, if I want to come back to my inner true self. So just to be aware that I need to learn to listen deep inside what is going on. And in that way, spirituality and meditation is helping us a lot to go inside, to learn to be in silence, to be the observer, to listen to all these voices inside, and to be okay with that. Okay, I am in turmoil. Okay, I feel discomfort inside. But if I can come back to a place inside where I learn to be completely still, completely silent, I can welcome, I can embrace all this part of myself which has been divided in several pieces. And from my own experience, I believe deeply that to come back to oneness, to come back to this feeling of being one inside, which gives us a lot of strength, a lot of stability. To come back to that oneness, I need to embrace completely all the part of myself, the one I love because they are bright, they are socially recognized, acknowledged, and everyone loves them. So I love them a lot. And am I able to embrace, to love, to accept deeply the part of myself that I don't like at the beginning? I can even be shamed about some part of myself that I consider completely negative and sometimes completely destructive. So, am I able to stay silent, to be like a mother inside, or like an ancestor, very wise, who know everything about life and who just accept, welcome, acknowledge, embrace all these parts of myself which are completely damaged sometimes. So I believe strongly that this is the way to come back to oneness, to come back to inner unity. If I put aside, if I reject one part of myself, the effect will be definitely on my inner world, and I will not be happy. And the other effect will be on my relationships, because whatever I reject within me, I will reject it in others. So if I want to be that mother of the world, I think the world need love, need power, need motherly today. A lot of people need that. If I want to be that, I need to be that with myself first. So I will not go into details about fragmentation anymore, but maybe to share before meditation, to share my own experience when at some point, I had this big discomfort inside, even after years of meditation. And I realized at some point that what is the impact of these pieces of myself on my inner life? So am I just influenced by this feeling of fragmentation, which means that, yes, it is like a shadow inside, but I can easily deal with it? Or am I controlled by this feeling of fragmentation? It means it is much more deep, and it is like my true personality is suppressed, and it is part of myself that are running my life. But I can still see it, and I can take help. Or am I completely attached to my fragmented personality? which is Dominique. So because of my story. And if I am attached to this personality, I cannot do anything because in a way, I don't want to leave it. So at some point, I just had this feeling to give up. And because I believe in the divine, I have the experience of the divine. I have this experience that there is a source of divinity. I talk to that being, to that source, like a being next to me. And I said, I untrust. Is it untrust in English? I I just checked if it is untrust. I
Yeah,
think
that's fine.
yes,
Yeah.
it is. It is the word, right? Thank you. I untrust Dominique to you. It is not schizophrenia. It is like, uh, 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 in a way, I don't know how to deal with Dominique. I don't know how to help her. I, the soul, I, the spiritual being. So I untrusted to the divine. And when I did that, I could, one day after, I could really realize what was going on. I could have a clear awareness of what was um, the pattern, the thought pattern that was leading to that fragmentation. So it is a lesson for me, and it is an invitation for you to take help on one side of professional people, and on the other side, taking the help of the divine, of this energy of love, which is in the universe, ready to help us when we are ready. So I propose we can have meditation on that topic to go. You can take this moment to come back to us. First of all, to take a deep breath and to take a few seconds breathing and releasing tensions. I breathe in this silence and I breathe out tensions. And just here and now, I acknowledge my state of mind. I welcome all my emotions, my feelings, my thoughts, whatever they are. I welcome myself as I am, where I am, for what I am. And I go more and more deep inside. to reach that place where I can be comfortable, secure, still. I am at home. I am closer to the heart of my being. And I can listen to my inner voices. I can observe the many pieces of myself. But instead of wanting to be someone else, instead of wanting to be better and better and better, I just acknowledge, I just accept all the many pieces, all the many voices, which have been me at some point of my story. But where I am now, here and now, I come back to my core, which is one, which never changes. Inside of me, there is that diamond, completely strong. That diamond which is one. And I call back all my energies. I call back all my memories. I call back all my stories to that point of oneness inside, to unify, to cherish, to love. Who am I? What am I? I am that unique being, unique in the whole universe. I am one. I am only one. And this is my beauty. This is my strength. And this is my contribution to the world, to be one, to be me, and to be proud of being me, no matter what. That space, am very close to my truth. And even if I don't feel it, am I able to open myself completely to that faith that I am beauty and that the world needs my unique beauty. For a few seconds, I put myself under the light. Whatever my belief system, I put myself under the light of God, under the light of the universe, under the light of universal love. And this subtle energy heals, nourish, strengthen myself. When I come back to action, interaction, I keep this feeling of embracing myself. I keep this feeling of being the container of all my parts and coming back to this subtle, tiny point, I become one. I keep one. And like that, I can go and contribute to many, many lives.
Thank you, Dominique. That was quite a thought-provoking discussion, or I would say whatever you shared actually resonated with me a lot, right from the complex emotions that we experience and um, different incidences that we have at different points in time where the pieces of the heart or some way the inner personality does get fragmented. And it's so important to even acknowledge that there is this turmoil inside. And I think the first step to towards healing or integrating um, myself towards that wholeness is the awareness that's there is something that I need to do about it. And yeah, that's the first step towards the positive change. And also, most of the times we keep blaming or holding other people responsible for the pieces that I'm in today. So also taking personal responsibility and whatever has happened, fine. Now what do I do about it? And really coming back to myself, the complete self, or the um, I think the IT fraternity does understand fragmentation and the defragmentation a lot. So yeah, coming back to the wholeness of who I am is quite important. Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us and also the lovely meditation experience.
Thank you very much, and Congratulations, you have the art of summarizing everything very well. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Dominique. And thank you everyone for joining us today. And we hope you take benefit from the sessions that we keep holding from time to time. You can invite your friends and colleagues to take benefit from these sessions. We have them all on the YouTube channel called Oneness. So until we meet again, be positive and be yourself. Thank you.